we have with us Mr. Nishith Pathak. Sir, I request you to please address our participants by your motivational talk.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. My name is Nishith Pathak. I'm a regional director in Microsoft. I'm been from Uttarakhand itself. So, being from Uttarakhand, born and brought up in Uttarakhand, I have a very special corner for it. And I'm so glad that UETR has given me an opportunity to speak out. I'm an international author as well, written several, around half a dozen books on a lot of new technology areas like AI, blockchain, and I want to, contribute a lot for the society and the welfare of the students. And Ashok Kumarji, thank you so much for such a good stuff. Good to know about you. It was just a pleasure to hear it. What I'm going to speak out is, what are the new skills that you can do now to improve your futures? Because I know you are the students, a lot of the people are diploma holders, a lot of the people are actually coming and undergoing degrees. Pandemic and COVID has really severely affected all of us, right? So if you look out, the pandemic disruption, the labor market globally have been disrupted. The short-term consequences were so sudden and so severe that millions of people have lost their jobs, and a lot of people have rapidly adjusted, like IT, to work from home as the offices were closed, and even many other workers were deemed essentials. So the word is actually has been an upside down since last 1.5 close to 2 years, and sometimes it will be really, really tough if we are honest to stay optimism and maintain sanity. Now the questions are everywhere, like what the future will hold, what we will learn, how the life continue to change, and what will be the normal be, right? These are some of the questions that keeps on coming out as such. And I personally feel that there are a lot of areas and a lot of skills that you can do now in order to improve something. So first of all, you know, this is a quarantine time and you should take it as an advantage. And this is very, very important for us, right? And for every one of you, right? You know, because using your time in quarantine to your advantage is a great way to get ahead of game, right? If you are attending the interviews, so the big questions that most of the people interviewers are going to ask, and I do ask it out in my own company, is what did you do in lockdown? And much like taking a year out, employer really want to know what did you put in order to be in a better position, and what you choose to do will vary from person to person. But you should focus on building your CVs. It is extremely, extremely important, right? Now, this might be to volunteering and developing a new skills, or attending an online courses as well. If you are from IT, stuff like machine learning, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, data analytics. There are quite a number of courses that you can do. Now, I know a lot of people have, all of you might have the Facebook profiles, but are you guys aware about LinkedIn by any chance? Yes, no.
Sir.
So LinkedIn is honestly is a great place to look for jobs, right? uh, you know Creating a profile, if you don't even have to put so much, but if you are creating a profile, it would be good. So when probably a recruiter is googling your name, at least your LinkedIn profile is going to appear first. The other thing that you can do is, online interviews and assessment centers, which is extremely, extremely important, right? Many employers are switching their recruitment process to be online. Before the pandemic, many companies were, have adopted it out. So nearly all interviews and assessment centers and psychometric tests are now getting conducted online. So this means that the firms are able to recruit students and graduate without breaking down rules. So I would suggest that students like you can prepare themselves for doing some sort of mock line interviews, which will make you more comfortable, make sure that you are able to handle the camera angles right, and there are no distraction in the background. I think these are some of the main important things that you need to skill. And important thing apart from this is how is your relationship with your teammates, right? Because it is very very important that you start creating the bonding. So teamwork, team building exercise, how can you try to be more empathetic towards your team members, your friends, is certainly going to craft your personality. So this is again a very very important thing, because being empathetic is something that will do. Work is going to become very very flexible. Many companies have been resistant to let employees being work from home, but due to global pandemic there are a lot of stuff where companies are forced to adopt new technologies. Your you know you will be more comfortable with technologies. That is something that I personally feel. No matter what level of comfort you have in the technology in the past, you have likely had to become more adaptive after the current COVID situation. So if you really see it out, how many of you actually have used Teams before pandemic? Even my son, who's in class 2, actually utilize COVID pandemic, attending the Teams meeting for joining the classes. So adopting the technology has never been a challenge, and it has really speeded up while we were really thinking about COVID. So I think this is become important, that you should leverage technologies to connect in new ways and work through challenges. So when your platform got down, you need to have completely options apart from this. This is great. This is important. And important things about is that I understand that COVID has created a lot of unemployment, as such. But these opportunities from the organizations are going to be very very influential. So when the economy is going to rise up, there will be a good amount of workforce requirement. Even now, I think every economy, every sectors have got improved, which means that there are a lot of job opportunities on almost all the sectors. So I am from IT, so I can say for IT there's a numerous job opportunities for almost all the big companies for looking for it, and so is applied to other sectors as well. And important thing, which is very important, and I would encourage all you students to really do it, is to build up the entrepreneurial spirit, right? So when the coronavirus, yeah, COVID finally abates, business will be in a rush to re-establish their values, re-energize their product flows, and also do it very very quickly. So well-established organization will become like startups, right? So this will be a potential deluge to new business. So I think all of you need to have the skills of quick thinking, fast flow of ideas, ingenuity to figure out and make the things happen. This kind of culture will really create a lot of job opportunities. And honestly, being entrepreneur, you not only create a job for yourself, but you will also create a lot of job opportunities for the other fellow peoples. And this is something that even our government of India is trying to support, right? If you see a lot of startup sessions and lot of startup policies they are coming out, I think every one of us within India have an absolute opportunity to really flourish and really talk about how you can use the pandemic and become more entrepreneurs. So I think these are the important things that I would personally feel that. And personally I feel that any student who is ready to adapt quickly, learn and use this would have a tremendous career opportunity. So you should use this lockdown and COVID as an opportunity to improve yourself, embrace your career and be a little bit flexible. Don't say that you want to just do this. Look about the market opportunity. There are numerous ways that you can look. For example, you can look on a newspaper, you can look on LinkedIn for lot jobs. You can search out what are the jobs that are really coming and embracing, and try to adapt it and try to understand it. So many online courses are there. I would really suggest that you should expand your vertical, right? And when you guys comment, I always say, building a career is like building a house, right? So initial 5 to 7 years you have to build a foundation. If your foundation is strong, your house will really be a very very big villa. So initial 5 to 7 years, and even prior to that, when you are in the college like you guys, You have to expand and build your foundation. Never look for, of course, the money matters a lot, but make sure that you also have a constant learning ability, right? Even after spending 20 plus years in IT industry, I keep on reading every day, try to make sure that I'm adapting to the market. So for you, you need to stack and extend the vertical. So, if you guys are just saying that, hey, I want to just follow the path of just a .NET, for example, make sure you are learning much more other things as well. If you are learning for healthcare, make sure that you are ready to adapt new challenges. I think, you should never be worried about what kind of job opportunities will work, but make sure that you should take, arms yourself, understand where the market situation is and try to adapt. And I tell you, market keeps on changing. What is technology right now can get changed over a period of time. So always have a constant learning mindset. This is what I'm going to suggest you from my side. I will stop now and I will be happy to answer any questions that you guys have.
Thank you, sir. Anyone? Any student from the participants want to ask any question?
Sir, you talked about upgrading our skills and going for.
Divya ji, can I ask a question? I am Professor S.P. Gupta here.
Yeah. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Yes, sir. Sure. You can ask.
Wonderful talk from Professor Nishith, and the way you excited the students is fantastic. I am Professor S.P. Gupta. I am currently Vice Chancellor of a new university being established by COER called University of Engineering and Technology, Roorkee. And I am, your views are so well synchronized to my heart that I feel that in all institutions, well-meaning institutions, there should be a center or a department of continuing education, and we should keep offering, the online courses facility, counseling facility, the training facility on all aspects of emerging technologies in artificial intelligence.
Yep.
So I am imagining that probably during the daytime, the students and teachers are busy in their normal routine work. So maybe in the evening from, let us say, 5 to 7, there should be some, round the year, there should be offerings of such modular courses for students. I mean, I'm just backing up what you have already said. So
Indeed. And I really appreciate and thank you so much for asking it and sharing your point of view. I tell you, there are so many courses which are not live, right? Ideally, most of these courses are not live in nature, right? These are the courses that you can attend. There are sites like Coursera. See, I can share some of these links to Dr. Saini as well, so that it can pass it out. There are a lot of courses that are available, which are, you just attend those courses. You can attend it out as your own time permits in the evening, whatever, and they actually try to monitor and try to do the assessment as well. And then if you have, and they try to assess you based on the courses, and these are the certifications. The knowledge and wisdom is very, very important thing right now, right? I think gone are those days where we really talk a lot about which college, which stuff, which technology or which college we belong. I know people are gamut about IITians, people are gamut about, going prestigious colleges. I think it is very important. But I don't think so that that is really a cornerstone. Anyone from anywhere can go to the top floor. I sit in the technology advisory board of Microsoft. And to be surprising to you all, I don't even have a computer degree. I tell you guys, I don't have a computer degree. I sit on, I'm a global CTO of emerging technologies for a company called DXC. We have around 150,000 employees globally. And even with this level, I don't have a degree right now. All that is more important is your wisdom. no knowledge, it is hardly matters. If you really have a knowledge, if you are passionate about it, if you really have an attitude, you can really do a lot of stuff. I would want many of you would like to enhance your career in IT or in any field. Don't be disheartened about the college stuff. Take it as an opportunity, and these opportunities will really flourish out. And I would really say you guys, right? Be passionate, be determined. There will be a lot of people who will question you, ask you to dig it out. I would say stick it out. Make sure you are learning every day. And that is really very, very important for every one of you. Attend all your online courses. Try to make sure that your foundation are very strong. As I told you earlier, initial 5 to 7 years of your career is all about your foundation. The more you learn, the more bigger you will be, and no one can stop you. After a period of time, what it matters is your experience, your knowledge. Your degrees and your certifications can reach you to the floor of interview. What is more important is your knowledge. And I would say all of the people everywhere, not just the career of IT, anywhere, your attitude, Ashok Kumarji came it out. It was his attitude that reached him to the topmost stuff in the police sector. Every one of it. So I would really encourage you guys to be very, very adamant and flexible to adopt this and take lockdown and COVID as a new opportunities. And for UTR and core, I would really love to come sometimes to your college. Have a physical interactions for sure. Any other questions anyone may have?
Thank you so much, sir. You are most welcome to visit our college. We'll definitely invite you, sir. Really, we rarely get this kind of opportunity to listen to a great knowledgeable speaker. Thanks a lot, sir.